Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another Monday Morning Art Talk. I'm Steven Silver, character designer and teacher, dedicated to helping you learn about the art industry and living up to your potential. Whippy! Alright, so before we get started today, first of all, my voice is very just hoarse and raw. So my Daisy is still going, and she's going through, the motion. She's still got the appetite. She's still going outside. She's still doing her business. She's drinking water. Her nose is wet. So she's, it's awesome. And in between this, as we have Daisy laying around, all of a sudden, like 1:30, I've been sleeping downstairs on the couch every night with her because she gets up in the middle of the night and wants to go to the toilet. And so I was down there sleeping on the couch, and about 1:30 in the morning, I just heard this crazy barking. I'm like, and it sounds like, I thought it was in my dream. I'm like, what the hell is that? Realize that's my other dog. Go outside, so goes through the dog door, at night, and he went through, and all of a sudden I hear he's just barking like crazy, and it sounds like it was the most horrific sound. He was fighting a raccoon that was in the bushes, and I couldn't see, and I didn't know. All I heard was these sounds of just chaos. And so I grabbed the flashlight, I grabbed the stick, but I didn't want to go near. I couldn't even see them. They were in the bushes. Just doing everything. And my wife comes down, my kid wakes up. It was crazy. My wife calls the police just for what, we don't, just what are we to do? We're hitting his treat thing, trying to get his treats, and getting a hose and spraying the hose, everything. And eventually he pulls out, he comes on out. I don't know how we get him in. The cops show up. He comes out of the bushes just bloody. Just blood everywhere. His face, his arm. Didn't know what the damage was. Have to go to the emergency vet. I'm at the emergency vet till like 3:30 in the morning. With him, he was punctured 8 different times by the claws of the raccoon. His whole bloody lip, his whole lip is just dangling. And then he had to get staples, because they said one of the gashes was like finger deep into him. Man, what a week. And this is, and you know what the crazy thing, and I just want to share with you, as chaotic as that all was, and now, he's got a thing on his head, and all of it is what it is, I realized, and it was awesome, because in the moment as it's happening, I'm telling myself, just let this, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. Am I gonna get all frustrated and angry and just get all pissed off and, oh my God, this is a nightmare and this is chaos? And so my voice, I was screaming at him, trying to get him to get off the raccoon. So that's why I lost my voice. And just going through that, and it was just, it was just insane. But it didn't take me over, you know what I'm trying to say? And I think, so what I was able to trigger, and this is maybe, again, what I try to share, is like, maybe you can say something that helps trigger you back into the normal place and realize that, oh my God, my head's taking over, my mind is trying to control all this right now. And all of a sudden you say, you know what? Woo, I gotta be the thinker of what I'm thinking about. I gotta stop that. So I just go, just let it happen. Let it happen. This is what's happening. This is what's happening. And I swear to you, it just calmed everything down. I haven't, it's done nothing. It hasn't caused any form of stress, is what I'm trying to say, within myself. I think, and that's very important just to understand, is if you can try, again, whatever that thing is for you to bring yourself back and snap out of it, see if it works for you. And that's all I'm saying. But so anyway, that's where my voice comes from that. I do want to share some exciting news that it is official for any of you guys who are out in this area. I'm going to be going to Lisbon, Portugal, and in April 13th. And if you go to my website, silvertunes.com, if you go to workshops, to the classes, you go to workshops, you'll see just the description of what it's all about, so you guys can learn all about the workshop. and also you can register. It's going to be a one-day workshop in Lisbon, Portugal. It's open now, and I'm also going to be moving on to going to Spain too. But just to let you know, that's happening and it's now live. Okay, so I wanted to really just kind of like talk about today is what can we control and what can't we control as artists. I mean, it comes down to understanding these two things, and there's so many things that we can't control, and we're gonna find the reality is that you have less control than we really want, and listen, that's the way it is. We don't have control of everything. I mean, I don't have control of where I'm gonna be at 3:30 in the morning on a weeknight, in a bed. I didn't know that was going to happen. There's a lot of circumstances that are going to come up. There's a lot of people you're going to be working with that they're going to derail you. It's sort of out of your control. They're going to give you opportunities that you weren't even expecting. Wow, that was out of your control. So there's so many things and variables that are out of your control. And that's the thing that it's crazy because we want to control it. And this is, again, where it comes down to, I think it was Alan Watts just kind of said, it was just awesome. I love this idea. It's just that everything in our body sort of takes control of what it's going to become. Our hair becomes our hair. Our fingernails grow on their own. They sort of like know what to do. Our heart will beat. Our blood will pump. Our veins will flow. All these things are happening within our body, which we don't ultimately, our body controls, but we don't think about it. We're not thinking so hard about just everyday function, our breathing, everything else we do. We don't think about it. It just happens. And the one thing that we try to control and think about all the time is what's going on in our head. So we try to control things that in reality, we don't need to worry about controlling. That these things are going to eventually just kind of manifest into something. These things are going to turn into something as long as you are in that flow of just, I want to make stuff happen. You can have goals. And that's the most important thing is the constant setting of goals are going to constantly move you in the direction of your art that you want to go, regardless of where you are right now and what it is that you do. It's irrelevant. What you do right now doesn't matter. If you're a bad artist right now and you struggle with gesture and you struggle with shape language and you struggle with just composition, whatever it is you're struggling with right now, this is where you are right now. So what you can control, this is why I want to get more into what you can control, is I'm going to start just really honing in on what it is that I want to learn, what it is that I need to do. Again, that question, what's the question? What's the question? What do you struggle with? And and I meet with people through Skype, through my Skype mentorship all the time. And from all over the place, and I meet with everyone, and it's the same occurring theme so much. Is a lot of the times when I run into is just individuals, they just don't know the real question. They know, it's like they know, and that's what I try to test them. That's what I try to ask. Certain times, what is it you struggle with? What is it? I want to hear. What is it that you're going through? And sometimes, if it becomes like, I don't know. Well, that's going to make it a lot more difficult as opposed, this is where you get that professional opinion, right? So where you're getting someone, if you really don't know, you're like, but you do know because something's missing. So you already know that something's missing, and that's why you're coming. And even to ask for me, hey, how can I get better? Because I don't know what's wrong with my work. That, there's still an inquisitiveness. You're still within yourself. There's something inherently wrong. You just don't know what it is. And then there's other people where they're just like, man, my gestures or my shapes or the feeling, whatever it may be, something isn't right, but I can't really identify it. But I know that it's that. That's where and that's a good thing to eventually get to. To understand that, where it is through the comparison when you do look at other art that hits you and you go, oh man, wow, look at that. Look at the life in that expression. That expression on that face has so much movement, yet it's not doing anything. How do I get that? What am I missing in that part of my artwork to conceive that? So if I do very few lines, I can still maintain maybe that some sort of, feeling. And this is like just history. And when you go back and you look at different artists and you look at the simplicity of many of them, and even to what Picasso did, or just going beyond the graphic nature, and just many contemporary artists today, it's the simplicity and organization and the shapes and these things and which are going to which I think a lot of people want to maintain first and achieve and get to. All right, so that's something where you go, well, that's something maybe I can control. That's something that I can start to veer towards. All right, so there's something I can control. I can control if I want to make the decision to book a flight to come out to see someone do something, take action, whatever it may be. That's something you can control, because you can say, I'm going to start saving for that. I was just talking to one of, I don't mention people's names or anything, but I was talking to one through the Skype mentorship out in Israel, a terrific artist. And, the same thing, just amazing ability, and it's going to happen, for him. But it's like the control of, hey, you know what, next year, come to Lightbox Expo, come out there, check it out. Just come to a place where, for you doing what you're going to do, save that money. Come to a place where you can really, and kill two birds with one stone. Because when you come out to visit places and you come out to different cities, or you come out to conventions, don't just go to the convention just to go to the convention and just go and leave. My suggestion is, if you're going to make that travel, if you're going to make that trip, that journey, is like kill 10 birds with one stone, I'm not advocating killing any birds, but kill 10 birds with one stone, okay? And so you're going to go to a convention, you're going to come out, you're going to meet with people, hopefully, again, be assertive, the things you can control. I can control who I want to maybe ask questions to. I can control what studio I maybe want to reach out to and just try. I don't know if they're going to contact me or not, but it's amazing to me, though, how many artists I meet all the time that come internationally from all over the world, and they're telling me, yeah, I'm going to have a meeting at DreamWorks, and I'm going to go to Disney, and I'm going to, wow, how'd you do all that? Oh, I was just reaching out and contacted, it's, people aren't, when you're not lazy, things happen. Okay? Or if you don't procrastinate, things happen. And that's the things you have control of. So forget about all the things that you can't control. And that's the majority of things. Yep, can't control it. Good. Got it. Thank you. I understand I can't control that. Okay. What can I control? What can I do on a daily basis? What can I constantly do to get to where it is that I want to be? And remember, it's not instantaneous. And this is the madness of the phones and everything else, everything now, boom, 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 boom. It's not instantaneous, and that's okay. Slow it down. Go with the flow of this. It's good. Do what you can. Concentrate. Work on this. That's going to get you from one step to the next step. One thing at a time. That's how you cross a bridge. One step at a time. Just do the same thing. Do the same thing, okay? So that's it. Thanks for watching. Again, Lisbon, Portugal, April 13th, 2019. That's definite. The Spain workshop to be announced soon. But coming to Portugal, you can go to my website at silvertunes.com. Go to the classes, click on the workshops, read all about the workshop, and then you can partake if you'd like to. Okay, make it a great week. Take care. To subscribe to my mailing list and stay updated on future workshops and events, please go to my contact at silvertunes.com and simply hit join mailing list. Until the next time, make it a great week, and thank you for listening.